Hollins Theatre presents Distracted, a comedy that looks at the wildly distracting world we live in, taking audiences on a journey into the mind of autism. Joining me now to tell us more about the show, Distracted, is director Ernie Zulia. Great to see you.
Good to see you too, Natalie.
This doesn't sound like a comedy.
Well, I know. That's one of the interesting things about this piece. And Lisa Loomer, who's the playwright, is an amazing writer because she can walk that edge and find what is so hilarious about the tragedies of our lives. You know, humanity is both sides of the coin all the time.
Interesting. Okay, so tell me a little bit about the show. What are we going to see?
Well, this piece, it's a very, very fast-paced piece of theater, and we follow the journey of a mother whose 9-year-old child is misbehaving up and down the scale like you can't believe. And
nothing unusual there.
Nothing unusual. And then teachers start to call her in and her husband in to talk about the behavior, and then they suggest they start seeing specialists and explore the possibility of ADHD, and they go to one specialist after another up the scale as they try to figure out what's going on with their kid, and he is indeed diagnosed with ADHD. But you know, it's kind of like parents who go through this are jumping down one rabbit hole and then up and then down another rabbit hole, and they get lost in all the details and the scientific evidence and everything that's involved in helping to diagnose and treat children with ADHD.
Interesting. So a lot of parents who have kids who have been diagnosed will be able to relate, but people who don't have kids could relate to the show too.
Absolutely, absolutely, because it's a real human story, and we've all had brushes with either with ADHD ourselves, with children, or with friends.
We were just talking this morning about how distracted we were just getting this show done this morning.
Well, and that's one of the things that's so cool about the production, is that we really tried to explore how we as a society, and this is where most people will identify, are so distracted by all the screens in our lives.
Oh, absolutely, all the time.
I've got my little Palm Pilot in my pocket here, and they're watching TV at home, and we've got so many screens, and how do we connect? And how do we face the distractions that come to us all day long? Okay,
so we're gonna have a little scene here. Okay, we have Bonnie Branch with us, who plays Mama, and then we have Rick Blunt, who's a Hollins adjunct faculty member, but also playing Dad. Set the scene for us. What are we gonna see?
Well, this is about midway through the play, where the family's been through a great deal, and the preceding scene, they were told by the psychologist that she recommends that they put their son on Ritalin.
Oh, okay.
Which is a huge deal to most families.
Absolutely it is. Okay, and there's the times and the dates to come see it. I really encourage people to come see it. And there's the phone number, 362-6517. Bonnie and Rick, take it away.
Well, if you've been paying attention the first time I tried explaining it to you, you'd know it's because you have ADD.
I have ADD?
Which is hereditary, which is why our son has it.
Oh, it's hereditary, and I gave it to him. He got it from my side?
It's not your fault.
You want to talk about ADD? Let's talk about ADD.
Well, sure, now that your prefrontal cortex is sufficiently stimulated to have the discussion.
Let's talk about ADD. Let's talk about your mother. Can a person get a word in edgewise with the woman? Does she ever finish a thought?
What about your sister? I did Lamaze with her. She talked all through class. I thought we were going to get kicked out of Lamaze. She couldn't breathe when she had the kid because she never stopped talking. 2 out of 3 of your brothers are cops. And I ask you, what is more high risk? What is more stimulating than that? If the jails are filled with ADD, what about the police force? For sure, we know they're not the best listeners.
Who is a good listener? Tell me. Name one person we know who is a good listener. Now, maybe in a rare lapse of conversation, one of your friends will pause in the middle of a monologue for, "So, how are you? I'm going in for surgery. Actually, oh my God, my boss just had surgery, kidney stones. Now that's pain." 5 minutes on the boss, 5 minutes on stuff going down at the office, the pros and cons of looking for another job, the secret. I could be dying of cancer. This so-called friend wouldn't even get to, gee, what kind?
Yeah, well, that's not ADD, that's narcissism.
And you're changing the subject. I asked you a question. Name one person we know who actually has the attention span to listen. I'll stand here while you... No, I'll sit here patiently while you come up with your answer.
All right, the show's called Distracted. Hollins Theatre, April 7th through the 9th, April 15th through the 16th, and April 17th at 2 p.m. on the main stage. Thank you, guys. More daytime straight ahead.